All right, it is movie review time again, and it is Throwback Thursday. Now, when I was asked to do this on Thursdays, the person suggested going back to the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. Well, today we're going to go a little bit further than that. All right, today we are going all the way back to 1924, so 100 years ago, to a movie called He Who Gets Slapped. And, of course, I was looking for something to watch, and I went to Tubi and was looking around there, and I came across this, and it clocks in just a little over an hour, and I was like, okay, this sounds really interesting. I've got to watch this. So, of course, it is a silent movie. Now, let me throw this out. It has music, and there's some scenes of laughter and clapping, and you hear that. But in terms of the actors' actual dialogue, of course, that is silent. And of course, you'll have to read you got to read the screens when they do have talking in there. So it stars Lon Chaney, who of course had a wonderful career with many memorable roles. And he plays a scientist who is backed by a really rich guy who ends up stealing his work, and he ends up going to France and joins a circus, and he becomes a clown who gets slapped all the time, and that's how everybody grows to love him. And then there's a romance in this, and all sort of things going on. I think this is something that if you are a film buff and you like film history and things of that nature, you should watch. The movie itself, let me just say the story, because the movie, you got to again think of the time that it was made. There's a couple of really cool scenes on how they were shot and edited, which for, again, 1924, I think is superbly done. But the storyline itself, I had some trouble with. And I know, again, it's 1924, but there's a scene in the middle of the movie, of course, showing his performance, and the audience just laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs. And I guess a 1924 audience would just find it hilarious. I didn't find it that hilarious at all, and I guess that tainted the movie for me a little bit. So, I wasn't a huge fan of the actual storyline, but in terms of movie history, I highly recommend watching it. But just everything else, I'm just giving it 2 out of 5 stars.